A rounded shoulders posture can give rise to tension and stiffness in both the neck and the back. So in today's video, we've got a simple routine that you can do to fix that posture in under 5 minutes. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Michael Fatika, the lead osteopath and spine specialist here at Back in Shape. And today we're going to be demonstrating this live routine. So get ready to follow along and fix your posture now. The first thing we want to do is a quick posture test to make sure that this routine is the right one for your postural problems. We're going to start off this test by lying down onto the floor like so. We've got to make sure that we keep our pelvis and our spine still, no movement during this test. Then we're going to pop our arms out in the crucifix position, bend your elbows to 90 degrees and allow your wrists to drop backwards without your back or spine lifting off the floor. You fail this test if you cannot touch your watch straps onto the floor at the same time whilst being relaxed. If that's the case, then carry on because this routine is for you. So this is where the routine starts. You've failed the test, now you're going to work to make some improvement with this posture routine. And the very first thing we're going to be doing is mobilizing the middle of the spine. That's the blue section, the thoracic spine here. And we're going to use a small towel. We're going to start working from the top part of the spine down to the bottom. All you do is pop your little rolled up towel to act as a pivot point on the floor and then lie back over it. And we're going to stretch and move, stretch and move. So we get into position where it's pressing into the vertebrae that are near the top of the thoracic spine. We can just fold our arms like so. We can have our hands like so, however's comfortable. And then we're going to bend backwards and relax. We're going to roll up a little bit and then we're going to bend backwards and relax, and then we're going to roll up a little bit more so the towel is moving down my spine as I do this. Bend backwards, hold it for a moment, relax, and then roll up a little bit higher up the towel and roll backwards and relax there, and then again a little bit higher, and gradually you'll get a few clicks here and there as you lift your arms up each time. And one more, and really use that towel as a pivot point. Once we've done this, we've worked more or less to the bottom of the rib cage. Now we're ready to move on to the next step. So we've worked through mobilizing some of those stiff sections within our thoracic spine, which lead to that roundedness that comes through the rib cage itself. Now we're going to do a little bit of stretching just to release this a little bit further. And we can spend around about 30 seconds to 2 minutes doing this. For some of you who are a little bit stiff in the shoulders or you've got a little bit more muscle, you might want to use a little towel to extend your arms. But essentially, we're going to wrap our arms around here and have our elbows touching together. For me, it works fine to just hold my fingers together and get my elbows touching. And I want a nice, comfortable height of chair that I can lean on here. Now it could be a dining table chair, it could be a block just like this, or it could be the sofa or the edge of your bed. It doesn't really matter, just something to fix the elbows. And what we're going to do is place one elbow here, shimmy back a little bit, the other elbow here, and then clasp those fingers together. And all we're trying to do here is drop our chest to the floor, like so. And relax, and like so. And you might want to adjust your position a little bit to get the stretch that's right for you. And then simply hold that stretch down there. And you'll feel different areas. For many of you, when you're doing this, you might feel a particular stiff section of your middle back and feel tension there. For others of you, you might feel that the lats, so the muscles underneath your armpits, are a little bit tight. For others of you, you might feel it in the chest as well. It really does vary. And all you want to do is just lean into that stretch for this 30 seconds or so to really let everything open out. And then we'll get on to the next part next. Once we've finished this, simply come out of the stretch position, pop yourself back up, and we're going to head over to the wall to start working on some of these engagements. For this step, we need to stand against the wall. So we might have our feet around about a foot away from the wall, and then we're going to sit back a little bit, have our bum touching the wall, our middle back touching the wall, and our head touching the wall, and then our arms in this sort of position here, like we're ready to go. And all we're going to be doing here is imagine there is a little hook on the center of the breastbone, just below where the logo is on my shirt, and that's pulling towards you guys, up towards the ceiling. And all we're going to do for 10 reps here is going to pop that chest out and relax it back. Pop that chest out and relax it back. And as you're doing these movements, you should feel that your chest elevates your shoulder blades draw together, but your body does not leave the wall. Your bum and your back is touching the wall all throughout these repetitions. And as we come to the end, we can then simply relax, but you should really feel that as you're doing those engagements, all those muscles between your shoulder blades are really engaging to pull and support that really good posture. So now we get into the final exercise. Now for me, because there's a little bit of stiffness, I'm going to use some weights to help me achieve this exercise. For some of you, you won't need to and you can just do it without. So we'll start off without, getting into that same position that we did the test in earlier today. And we're going to cock our wrists slightly so they're forwards, exposing our watch, working on getting our watch strap to touch the floor as we do this exercise. And we're going to do 10 reps and holding for 3 seconds. So we're going to push all the way back, really trying to force that watch strap to touch the floor, holding it for a few seconds and relax. Press down into the floor, holding for a few seconds and relax. And as we're going through these reps, we should really be focusing on not letting our spine or back lift up off the floor and really focusing on that last bit of engagement. And as I mentioned, you can always grab some small weights, dumbbells, a bag of sugar to just help you for those of you that are particularly stiff. And as we're coming to the end of these reps, we might be feeling a little bit of tension in the shoulder muscles, stretch through the chest, or a few little points in our middle back that we'd released earlier on. But one thing is clear, if you do this little posture routine, even now, immediately after, in under 5 minutes, you're going to see, as you go to retest, your shoulder mobility and your posture has made measurable improvements. So there you have it, a great little routine that you can use to instantly improve your posture, tested before and tested after. Hopefully you did find this one helpful, but remember, you always need to make some additional changes to your daily life to make these changes last longer. And we shot a full podcast on posture and its effect on lower back pain with some tangible tips in there, so you can check that out, link in the description. And as always, if you've been struggling with lower back pain specifically, because posture can play a role if you've got those lower back injuries, then you can check out a link to the Back in Shape Masterclass, which again will be down in the description. As always, if you did find this video helpful and you know someone else who could benefit from it and start implementing this routine to improve their posture, remember you can always share it with them. And if you made it this far through the video, we really appreciate you. Thanks so much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you in another video soon.